Chosen ones, what I'm about to share with you may be hard to believe, but it's the truth you need to hear. If you're watching this video right now, it's no accident. God has led you here because something major is unfolding in your life. Have you felt a shift, a change, or a pull towards something greater? There are forces around you trying to pull you into their traps, to manipulate and deceive you. They might offer you things that seem tempting, but trust me, do not drink this, even if they beg you. Why? Because they are planning to betray you, to use you for their own gain. But here's the truth. Your energy is powerful. Do you realize how untouchable you truly are? They cannot manipulate you, not now, not ever. It's time to reject their offers and take full control over them. Have you ever wondered what your true strength could look like if you stopped giving in to their schemes? Before we dive deeper into this life-changing message, I want to take a moment to sincerely thank you for your generous support through Super Thanks. Your donations, whether large or small, truly mean the world and allow us to continue sharing these important truths with you. I appreciate you for standing with this message, and I want you to know how deeply grateful I am for your contribution, regardless of whether you've donated or not. Your presence and engagement are invaluable. Now, leave a comment with the number 777. This number will send a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this video. And remember, if you are truly a chosen one, you'll watch this video until the end. Your spirit already knows this is meant for you. If you're not ready to receive this truth, you might not make it to the end. But for those who do, your life will never be the same. How will you allow this message to transform your life? Now, let's get into it. God's chosen ones, don't drink this, even if they ask you to. Chosen one, the power within you is unlike anything the world has ever witnessed. It's not something that can be seen or touched with the senses of the world, nor is it something that can be measured by earthly standards. This energy emanates from deep within, quiet yet undeniable. Others may challenge it, try to manipulate it, or even diminish its value, but the truth remains. This power cannot be contained, altered, or swayed. You, the chosen one, need not display this force for the world to acknowledge it. Your mere presence is commanding, even without a single word spoken. It is the stillness before the storm, the silence that has the potential to shatter the noise of a world too lost in chaos to comprehend. But why does this power stand so firm? What makes it so different from the transient strength others seek? Perhaps it is because this strength does not fade with time. It is not dependent on the external or the temporary. Your energy, chosen one, is rooted in a profound connection to the divine and to the universe. Unlike those who chase fleeting power or the approval of the world, you understand the truth. Real power is found not in outward success or fame, but in a quiet, steady wisdom that flows from the inside. How can you use this strength to remain steadfast, even when the world around you grows louder and more chaotic? Consider the example of Jesus Christ, whose strength came not from the world's fleeting rewards, but from an intimate connection with God. He faced trials, temptations, and betrayals, yet his inner power never faltered. Remember Matthew 4:10, when Jesus resisted the devil's temptations in the wilderness. Jesus said to him, "Away from me, Satan, for it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only." The power of his resilience came from his unwavering commitment to God, even when the world sought to lead him astray. How can you, the chosen one, find the same inner power and resilience in your own life? Your strength, like a river flowing beneath the surface, is often hidden from view, but that doesn't make it any less formidable. You understand that the noise of the world cannot drown out the quiet power you hold. Your energy may appear calm on the outside, but deep within, there is the potential to shift the very foundations of the world. No one can steal this power, and no one can define it for you. You possess an unstoppable force that will only reveal itself when you choose to rise. And when you do, there is nothing that can stand in your way. What will it take for you to rise and fully embrace your divine potential? Yet, even the chosen one faces temptation. The world offers many seductive promises, presenting them as harmless, even desirable. These promises may tempt you with comfort, success, or an illusion of safety. But beneath the surface, they are tainted with poison. This poison seeks to manipulate your will, to bend you to desires that are not your own. The chosen one sees these traps for what they are, illusions designed to weaken your spirit. This reminds me of the story of King Solomon, who, despite his wisdom, was led astray by the temptations of foreign gods and the influence of those around him. His story serves as a reminder that even the most powerful can fall if they allow themselves to be swayed by external influences. In 1 Kings 11:4, we read, "As Solomon grew old, his wives turned his heart after other gods, and his heart was not fully devoted to the Lord his God." How do we guard our hearts from such distractions and remain steadfast in our divine purpose? Resisting temptation is not just a matter of saying no. It is about understanding your worth and recognizing when something or someone is trying to steal it from you. You, the chosen one, know that true strength lies not in external rewards, but in the power that resides within. When temptation knocks, it's not the fear of losing something that drives you to turn away. It is the respect for your own worth, your divine purpose, and the understanding that you're above these fleeting offers. You know that the only way to fall is to surrender your power to the wrong forces, and you will not allow that to happen. How can you remind yourself of your true worth when the world offers its deceptive temptations? Temptation often strikes when you are vulnerable, when you are at your lowest, hoping to catch you off guard. But the chosen one has learned through experience, through trials, and through adversities. Like the story of Job, who faced unimaginable suffering yet remained steadfast in his faith, you have weathered storms and emerged stronger. Job's story in the Bible offers a profound lesson in resilience, as we see in Job 1:21. "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." The strength to remain unshaken in the face of adversity is what defines the chosen one. And when temptation approaches, you will smile, knowing that no offer is worth the price of your soul. What have you learned from the trials you've faced that makes you stronger today? So, chosen one, as you walk through life, remember, the world will try to tempt you with its empty promises, but your strength, your true power, is rooted in something far greater. When the world asks you to drink from that cup, you will know there is no offer, no temptation, no shortcut that can compare to the unshakable power you possess. Like the Apostle Paul, who wrote in Philippians 4:13, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." You too possess a power that comes not from the world, but from the divine. Keep walking with purpose, and remember that your energy, your inner strength, cannot be taken away. How will you choose to use your power to shape the world around you? Chosen one, betrayal is one of the most painful experiences anyone can endure. It is a wound that cuts deep, leaving scars that often take a lifetime to heal. Betrayal comes in many forms: friends who turn their backs at the most unexpected times, allies who reveal their true intentions too late, promises broken when you need them the most. It is in these moments that your strength, chosen one, is tested. How will you respond when those you trust falter? How will you stand when the very people you believed in turn away? The chosen one, however, stands aware, alert, and prepared for this. They don't let their hearts wander in search of comfort or validation from others. They have learned that trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild, and so they guard it fiercely. Their energy is too valuable to be wasted on those who may seek to exploit it for their own benefit. But how can you protect your trust? And more importantly, how can you rise even stronger after betrayal? Betrayal is dangerous not only because of the hurt it causes, but because of how subtle it can be. It often wears a mask, disguised as friendship, love, or loyalty. It is wrapped in promises, in words that feel like home. Yet, beneath it all lies the venom of deception. Betrayal is like a serpent, coiled in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike. As the chosen one, you have likely encountered this treacherous force before. You know that not everyone who offers a hand is a true ally. It is in these moments that your awareness sharpens, your discernment grows stronger. You have walked through the storm and emerged with more wisdom. You are no stranger to betrayal, because each experience has made you more cautious, more careful with where you place your trust. Consider the story of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, where he faced the ultimate betrayal by one of his closest disciples, Judas. Jesus, knowing what was to come, remained calm and resolute. In Matthew 26:50, Jesus said, "Do what you came for, friend." He understood that betrayal was part of his path, but it did not deter him from his greater purpose. His response was not one of vengeance, but of acceptance. How do you react when betrayal comes your way? Do you stand firm in your purpose like Jesus did, or do you let the hurt of others define you? The chosen one's response to betrayal is not one of fear or anger. It is a quiet realization that they are better off without such deceit in their lives. Those who betray are the ones who fail to understand the true value of the chosen one's energy. They fail to realize that the chosen one's power cannot be broken by their actions, and that in itself is the greatest betrayal, underestimating someone who can never be brought down. This is the strength that others cannot comprehend. They may try to tear you down, but in reality, they only make you rise higher. Your strength lies not in how you respond to others, but in your unshakable belief in your purpose. What is your purpose, chosen one? And how do you remain true to it, no matter the betrayal or pain? In the face of betrayal, the chosen one remains unmoved. They no longer allow themselves to be defined by the actions of others. The ones who leave, who hurt, or who turn against them only reveal their own weaknesses. The chosen one continues on their path with grace and purpose, knowing that no amount of betrayal can take away what is theirs to claim. The path of the chosen one is not shaped by the actions of others, but by the divine calling that guides them. It is the quiet strength of knowing that you are on the right path, no matter who stands with you or against you. Think of the story of Joseph, who was betrayed by his own brothers. Sold into slavery, Joseph faced immense hardships. Yet, in Genesis 50:20, Joseph said to his brothers, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Joseph's story is a testament to how betrayal can lead to a greater purpose, one that cannot be thwarted by the actions of others. How does Joseph's story resonate with your own journey, chosen one? How can you turn your pain into a purpose that not only heals you, but also lifts others up? So, chosen one, remember that betrayal may hurt, but it will never define you. It will never take away what you are meant to accomplish. The path you walk is yours alone, and it is guided by something greater than the actions of those who may try to bring you down. Keep moving forward with grace, with purpose, and with the knowledge that no betrayal can ever steal your true power. Chosen one, your energy is the most powerful force you possess. It is not something that can be seen with the eyes or measured by worldly standards, yet it radiates from within. creating an aura that is impossible to break. This energy flows quietly, like a river beneath the surface, steady, powerful, and yet so beautifully subtle that only those attuned to its frequency can truly feel its force. Others may attempt to manipulate it, to draw from it, or even to dull its brilliance, but they cannot touch it. Your energy, chosen one, is untouchable. It is the very essence of who you are, and no external force, no manipulation, no trickery can ever change it. But how often do you allow others to draw from your energy? How do you protect this powerful force within you? People might try to play games with you, using their words or actions to weaken your resolve, to shake your confidence. But know this, they will never reach the core of your being. The chosen one's energy is something they own and protect with every ounce of their being. They understand that true strength lies not in what they give to others, but in what they choose to hold back. Your energy is your fortress, chosen one, and no one can breach it unless you allow them to. Even in moments of weakness, doubt, or vulnerability, your energy remains intact, impervious to external forces. This is a power that is deeply rooted inside you, and it is not tied to external circumstances or dependent on the approval of others. Take the example of Moses, whose journey was full of challenges, yet his strength came from an unshakable connection to God. In Exodus 33:14, God promises him, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest." Moses' power was not in his external actions, but in the deep, unwavering energy he drew from his connection with the divine. He knew that no matter the challenges around him, his inner strength remained untouched. In a world that seeks to take, manipulate, and control, the chosen one stands firm, undeterred. They know that their true power lies not in what they give away, but in what they keep to themselves. This energy is a sacred force, one that shapes their destiny and protects them from harm. In moments of doubt or vulnerability, the chosen one understands that their energy remains untouched by the chaos of the world. Their aura stands as a shield, repelling negativity, manipulation, and deceit. No matter what others may say or do, they cannot diminish the power that lies within you. This untouchable energy is what sets you apart from others. It speaks volumes without you ever having to utter a word. It calls to those who are ready to receive it and repels those who seek to exploit it. Do you recognize this power within you, and how do you protect it from those who might seek to weaken it? Consider the story of David, who faced unimaginable odds when he fought Goliath. David's strength didn't come from the physical weaponry of the world, but from his deep faith and connection to God. In 1 Samuel 17:45, David declares, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel." David's energy was untouchable because it was grounded in something far greater than his physical abilities. How can you, chosen one, draw from that same well of divine power to face your own Goliaths? The chosen one doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. Their energy speaks for itself. It is not about seeking validation or approval from others. When you stand in your true power, you become a magnet for those who are aligned with your purpose. Your energy, rooted in your divine calling, attracts those who are ready to walk alongside you on your journey. But it also repels those who seek only to exploit you, to drain you of your strength for their own gain. This knowledge, chosen one, becomes the ultimate form of protection. It creates a shield that protects you from negativity and deceit, ensuring that your energy remains untouchable no matter what forces may try to influence you. Chosen one, there is immense power in silence, an untapped force that the chosen one wields with grace, precision, and wisdom. In a world where people often try to provoke, manipulate, or control, the chosen one remains quiet. But why? Why is silence such a powerful weapon? It is because the chosen one understands that words can be weapons too, tools that can be used to stir up emotions, provoke reactions, or sow division. And so, the chosen one chooses silence instead. But this silence is not born of fear or submission. It is a silence that speaks volumes. It is a deliberate choice, one made with full awareness of the power it holds. In this silence, the chosen one finds clarity. They see things that others miss, feel things that others overlook, and understand things that go unnoticed in the chaos of the world. Have you ever paused to notice the things that are left unsaid, the quiet spaces between the noise? It is in this quiet that the chosen one gains insights, the kind that the noise of the world cannot provide. The world is constantly full of distractions, opinions, judgments, and the pressures of others trying to pull you in 1,000 directions. Yet, the chosen one stands firm in their silence, knowing that their response, or lack of response, is one of their most powerful tools. But how often do you let the distractions of the world pull you away from your own truth? How does staying silent allow you to maintain your clarity? Consider the example of Jesus, who often chose silence in moments when others tried to provoke him. In John 18:36, when he was questioned by Pilate, he responded, "My kingdom is not of this world." Jesus didn't need to engage in the distractions of worldly power. His silence was a profound declaration of his divine purpose. When others sought to manipulate or control him, his silence did not signal weakness but strength. A strength rooted in his unwavering connection to his mission and his Father. In the absence of words, the chosen one can see the truth clearly. Others, who might have come with agendas or hidden motives, are forced to reveal their true selves. Their actions, their words, and even their silence can expose their intentions. This gives the chosen one a unique advantage. They can see things that are hidden beneath the surface. How often do you find that the quiet moments reveal the truth of a situation or a person? The world is full of noise and distractions, but in the stillness, the chosen one has the ability to discern what is real and what is not. Moreover, silence allows the chosen one to maintain control over their own energy. They are not easily swayed by the chaos of others. While those around them may react impulsively, driven by emotion or external triggers, the chosen one remains centered, grounded, and steady. This is the strength that silence provides, a shield that protects their peace, their focus, and their purpose. When others are caught up in emotional reactions, the chosen one stays calm, unwavering. This inner stillness is the ultimate form of strength, for it allows them to move through the world without being pulled into the turmoil. How often do you find yourself swayed by the chaos of the world? What would it feel like to maintain that unshakable peace no matter what others around you are doing? Consider the example of the prophet Elijah in 1 Kings 19:11-12, when he sought God in the wilderness. After a great storm, an earthquake, and a fire, God was not in any of these dramatic events. Instead, God spoke in a gentle whisper. Elijah's ability to remain still and listen allowed him to hear the truth. It was in the silence that he found God's guidance. This story teaches us that silence is not an absence of power, but the presence of clarity, wisdom, and divine connection. How can you, the chosen one, use silence to listen for the gentle whispers of guidance in your life? In a world where everyone is shouting to be heard, the chosen one understands that the loudest voice is often the weakest. The need to constantly prove oneself through words often stems from insecurity or fear. The chosen one does not need to prove anything, for their silence speaks for them. It is in this silence that their true power is revealed. Their energy becomes undeniable because they do not need to seek attention or validation. Those around them may try to provoke, manipulate, or control, but they will find that silence is the most profound response. It is in this quiet strength that the chosen one's power lies, untouched and unstoppable. Chosen one, manipulation is a quiet force that can subtly creep into your life, often without your even realizing it. It is an insidious influence, often disguised as care, concern, or well-meaning advice. People will try to sway your decisions, shape your thoughts, and direct your actions to serve their own agendas. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone's seemingly kind words started to feel more like a subtle push in a direction you didn't choose? The chosen one understands that manipulation often wears a mask, but they have learned the truth. The power to resist lies in self-trust. They do not need the approval or validation of others to find their way in this world. They know that their inner compass is all they need to navigate through the noise. But how do you cultivate that inner trust, chosen one? How can you strengthen your connection with your own judgment so you never fall prey to manipulation again? The key to breaking free from manipulation is self-trust. The chosen one knows that by listening to the voice within, they will always stay on the right path. Their inner wisdom, the deep knowing that resides within, is the guiding force that leads them through even the most deceptive of situations. With time and experience, the chosen one hones the ability to discern what is true for them, what aligns with their soul, and what is being pushed by the desires of others. No matter how persuasive someone might be, the chosen one holds firm to their own beliefs and desires. They do not bend for anyone or anything. They trust their instincts, and it is this trust that keeps them safe from those who would seek to control them. Consider the story of Daniel, who, despite being in a foreign land, faced manipulation and pressure to conform to the ways of the king. Yet Daniel 1:8 tells us, "But Daniel resolved not to defile himself with the royal food and wine, and he asked the chief official for permission not to defile himself this way." Daniel's unwavering trust in his own values and beliefs made him stand firm against the manipulation around him. His trust in his inner convictions gave him the strength to remain unshaken. How do you stand firm like Daniel in your beliefs, even when the world pushes you to conform? Breaking free from manipulation isn't just about resisting others. It's about reclaiming the power to make decisions for yourself. The chosen one understands that they alone are responsible for the direction their life takes. No one else can dictate their path or their future. This freedom comes from the power of self-trust, knowing that you are the one who holds the key to your happiness and success. The chosen one has learned to spot manipulation from a mile away, recognizing when others are trying to pull them into their web. And with that knowledge, they have taken full control of their life. Their decisions are their own, and nothing can take that power away. What does it feel like to have full control over your decisions? To know that no one can sway you from your true path? Take the example of Esther, who faced immense pressure from those around her. Yet in Esther 4:16 she proclaimed, "Go, gather together all the Jews who are in Susa, and fast for me. Do not eat or drink for 3 days, night or day." Esther trusted herself, her purpose, and her connection with God. Despite the immense risks, she made a decision that was true to her heart, leading her to take a stand for her people. Her trust in her inner voice allowed her to navigate the manipulation she faced and take bold action. How can you trust yourself like Esther did, even in moments of uncertainty? The power of self-trust is immeasurable. It enables the chosen one to step boldly into their future without fear of being led astray by others. This confidence comes from knowing that they hold the key to their own happiness and success. Manipulators may come and go, but they will never have the power to alter the course of the chosen one's life. This chosen one is the ultimate freedom. The freedom to trust in yourself and know that no one can ever take that trust from you. Chosen one, life often presents us with many offers, some real, some false. The false ones are seductive, promising an easier road, greater rewards, or success without effort. They appear to be a shortcut to what you desire, yet deep down, You know that these offers come with hidden consequences. How often have you faced an opportunity that seemed too good to be true, and yet something inside you told you to hesitate? The chosen one knows that these are traps, designed to distract and deceive, to lead you astray from your true path. Rejecting these false offers is not just about saying no to something that isn't right. It's about asserting control over your life and your decisions. How do you assert control in your own life when temptations pull you in different directions? The chosen one understands that every choice they make shapes their future, and they are unwilling to let anyone else decide their path for them. They've learned to recognize the signs of a false offer. These offers often shine brightly at first, promising everything you desire, but they quickly fade once the price becomes clear. Just like a mirage, they appear to offer great rewards, but once you move closer, the truth becomes evident. These false offers tend to lack substance, integrity, or lasting value. They come with strings attached, hidden costs that are not immediately apparent, and the chosen one sees through them, understanding that nothing that comes too easily is ever truly worth having. Have you ever been tempted by a shortcut that promised success without struggle? How did you resist, knowing that true success requires integrity and hard work? In rejecting these false offers, the chosen one regains their autonomy. They take control of their decisions, ensuring that each choice aligns with their true purpose, not with the fleeting temptations of the world. Taking control means standing firm in your values and not allowing anyone to manipulate you into compromising them. The chosen one knows that each time they reject a false offer, they are reaffirming their commitment to themselves and their mission. They do not bend or sway for anyone or anything. They trust in their vision and their ability to create something far greater than any shortcut can provide. How do you stand firm in your own values when the world offers easy solutions? What is the power in trusting your instincts and creating your own path? Consider the story of Serena Williams, who faced immense pressure throughout her career to take shortcuts, but remained focused on her own discipline and values. She chose not to compromise her work ethic or her values for success. In 2017, after winning the Australian Open while pregnant, she made a bold statement about achieving success on her own terms. Williams knew that true victory lay in her dedication, not in taking shortcuts or giving in to external pressures. How do you, chosen one, keep your eyes on your divine purpose, even when the world offers you easy paths that may lead you astray? To embrace your power is to acknowledge that you are your own protector. The chosen one understands this on a deep level. They don't rely on external sources for validation or safety. They know that their greatest shield is their own inner strength. This inner power is the source of their protection, keeping them safe from harm, manipulation, and negativity. When you embrace your own power, you stop waiting for someone else to come to your rescue. You realize that you are your own knight in shining armor. This doesn't mean that you don't have allies or support, but it does mean that you are never dependent on others for your safety or success. In 2 Samuel 22:31, David declares, "As for God, his way is perfect. The Lord's word is flawless. He shields all who take refuge in him." David knew that the ultimate protection comes from trusting God and embracing his divine strength, not from relying on external forces. Similarly, the chosen one understands that their true protection comes from their own inner power, built on self-confidence, self-trust, and an unwavering belief in their own capabilities. What would it look like for you to embrace this same inner strength, chosen one, and stop waiting for others to provide the safety you already hold within? No external force can take this power away, because it is part of your very being. Your power is not something to be feared, it is something to be celebrated. The more you lean into it, the more it grows, enveloping you in a protective aura that repels negativity and harm. It surrounds you, built by every triumph, every lesson learned, and every moment of inner strength. The chosen one has learned to embrace their power fully, to walk in it with pride. How often do you acknowledge the power within you, chosen one, and allow it to guide you through life's challenges? With this power comes the ultimate protection, a shield that cannot be breached. The chosen one's power is their protection. Others may try to bring them down, but they cannot touch what is protected by the strength within. It is this power that ensures that nothing can break you. The chosen one is unbreakable because they know that their strength, their power, and their protection come from within. How will you embrace your power today, knowing that it is your greatest source of protection and freedom? Chosen one, in the realm of the unseen, you are surrounded by an invisible barrier, one that no one can breach. This barrier is not made of physical walls or defenses. It is crafted from pure energy, built upon the strength of your convictions and the clarity of your purpose. Your power is rooted in something far beyond ordinary understanding. It exists in the unseen realm, a silent yet impenetrable force that protects you. No one can overpower you, because your energy is aligned with your truth, and that truth is untouchable. How often do you feel this protective force around you, guiding you, keeping you safe from harm? How does it feel to walk through life knowing that nothing can penetrate your inner strength? This invisible barrier is not a wall. It doesn't isolate you or block your connection with others. Rather, it serves as a shield, keeping out the harmful, the negative, and the deceitful, while allowing you to remain open to love, connection, and growth. It enables you to interact with the world and others without being compromised by toxic influences. This force field strengthens you, enabling you to remain true to yourself and walk with confidence and peace. It is not a wall that stops you from living fully. It is a protection that preserves your energy and your peace. This reminds me of the Apostle Paul's writing in Ephesians 6:16. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Paul speaks of the shield of faith as an invisible barrier, one that protects the faithful from the attacks of negativity, deceit, and harm. This shield, just like your own inner energy, is rooted in a deep connection to truth. When you align with your truth, nothing and no one can break you. You are invincible because your energy is your fortress, built upon your unwavering faith in yourself. How do you strengthen your shield of faith, chosen one, to ensure that it keeps you safe from external forces? Manipulation is a trap carefully crafted to ensnare the unaware. It is subtle, almost invisible, and often disguised as kindness or concern. People will try to sway you, promising something that appeals to your desires or fears. But you, the chosen one, know the signs of manipulation. You have walked through the fire, learned from your experiences, and honed the ability to spot these traps before they are sprung. You understand that manipulation plays on your weaknesses, using promises to entangle you in a web of control and deceit. The chosen one's heightened awareness acts as a safeguard, helping them navigate the world of relationships and interactions without falling prey to manipulation. You have learned to trust your intuition, listening to your gut when something feels off. You no longer fall for empty promises or false assurances. Instead, you have developed a deep sense of discernment, allowing you to see through the layers of deceit. This self-awareness keeps you grounded in your own power. When you trust yourself and know your worth, you become impervious to manipulation. The traps may still exist, but they no longer have any power over you. You can spot them clearly for what they are and sidestep them with grace and confidence. How do you stay grounded in your truth, ensuring that you don't fall for the allure of false promises? Consider the example of Eleanor Roosevelt, who faced pressure from many sides to conform to certain expectations. Despite this, she remained true to her beliefs and her mission. In her famous quote, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent," she speaks to the power of self-trust and inner strength. Roosevelt's ability to resist manipulation and stay true to herself is a testament to the strength of her inner shield. She refused to let others control her decisions, instead trusting her own voice and her sense of purpose. In avoiding the trap of manipulation, the chosen one reclaims their autonomy. They no longer seek approval or validation from others, for they know that their worth is not determined by external opinions. They have built a strong foundation within themselves that no one can shake. This foundation allows them to stay true to themselves, no matter how persuasive the external forces may be. They take full control of their life, making decisions that align with their truth. With every decision they make, they reaffirm their power, their strength, and their ability to create the life they desire. How does reclaiming your autonomy feel, chosen one? How do you protect your own power by standing firm in your truth and never compromising your decisions for the sake of external validation? The strength of the chosen one lies in their ability to stay true to themselves, to recognize when others are trying to steer them off course, and to never allow anyone else to control their decisions. Their power is their protection, and they walk through the world with an unshakable sense of confidence. Nothing can break them, because they know that their energy is their shield, and no manipulation can penetrate it. How will you use this strength, chosen one, to continue walking confidently on your path, knowing that you are protected by the power within you? Chosen one, in a world that thrives on noise, your stillness becomes your greatest defense. While others are busy chasing fleeting distractions, your ability to remain grounded, centered, and calm sets you apart. This stillness is not a sign of passivity, but of profound inner strength. In this quiet, you see the world for what it truly is, and you understand the weaknesses of those around you. When others attempt to provoke, manipulate, or control, you remain silent, allowing the truth to reveal itself. Do you ever feel that in the quiet moments, truth is more easily exposed? How does this silence empower you in the face of chaos? In the stillness, your energy remains unshaken. While others react impulsively, driven by fear, anger, or desire, you observe with clarity. This stillness allows you to see through the illusions that others try to create. You know that in a world full of noise, silence is the most powerful response. It forces others to reveal their true motives, insecurities, and weaknesses. This silence is not weakness. It is strength. It disarms the chaos around you, leaving you in control of your own peace. Consider the example of Jesus, who, when accused by his accusers, chose silence in the face of manipulation and lies. In Matthew 27:12-14, when he was accused by the chief priests and the elders, he gave no answer. Then Pilate asked him, "Don't you hear the testimony they are bringing against you?" But Jesus made no reply, not even to a single charge. To the great amazement of the governor, Jesus' stillness in the face of false accusations was not a sign of weakness. Rather, it was a demonstration of his divine strength. His silence revealed the truth about his accusers, leaving them speechless. How can you, chosen one, embrace this same strength in your own life when faced with false accusations or attempts to manipulate you? The stillness of the chosen one is not a retreat into indifference. It is a conscious decision to protect your energy. It is the understanding that you do not need to react to every provocation, because your energy is too valuable to waste on battles that are not yours to fight. In this stillness, you find clarity and control. You are not swayed by external circumstances or the chaos of the world. Instead, you remain unbothered, unshaken, and unbroken. This inner peace exposes the weaknesses of those who try to challenge you, leaving them powerless. Silence, after all, is the loudest truth. How does remaining still in the midst of conflict allow you to maintain control over your own peace and strength? Emotional distance is another form of self-protection that the Chosen One has mastered. It's not about shutting yourself off from others or becoming cold and indifferent, but about creating a space between your inner world and the external influences that seek to control or manipulate your emotions. By maintaining this emotional distance, you ensure that you are never swayed by the whims or agendas of others. You can love and connect deeply, but you do not allow your emotions to be used against you. Emotional distance serves as a boundary that protects your energy and peace. You know that betrayal often comes when you allow others too close to your heart, when you expose your vulnerabilities. By keeping a healthy distance, you prevent others from using your emotions to manipulate or harm you. This distance is not about detachment, but about preserving your integrity and sense of self. It allows you to respond with logic, wisdom, and calmness instead of being driven by fear, anger, or insecurity. In Proverbs 4:23, we are reminded, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." By protecting your heart, you ensure that your energy remains pure and untainted by external negativity. How do you practice guarding your heart while still engaging with the world in a meaningful way? Emotional distance does not mean detachment. It means standing firm in your own truth. It is the ultimate form of self-care, allowing you to remain strong and unshaken no matter what comes your way. By embracing this distance, you create a life of balance where you control your emotions rather than being controlled by them. Emotional distance is a tool for empowerment. It enables you to protect your heart, maintain your peace, and continue walking in your truth. How will you embrace emotional distance as a means of empowerment, Chosen One, and use it to protect your energy while still being open to the world around you? Chosen One, the power within you is untouchable. It is something that no one can break, no matter how hard they try. This power is rooted in your very being, a strength that flows from your heart, soul, and mind. You, the Chosen One, understand this better than anyone. You have faced challenges, obstacles, and adversities that could have shattered anyone else, but instead, you have emerged stronger each time. Why? Because the power within you is infinite. It is part of who you are. This power doesn't depend on the outside world. It doesn't rely on circumstances, success, or the approval of others. It is born from within, from a deep understanding of your worth and your purpose. Have you ever felt that immense strength rise within you, especially when you faced overwhelming challenges? That is the untouchable power that guides you. The Chosen One knows that no external force can ever diminish their power. No amount of negativity, manipulation, or betrayal can shake the foundation of who they are. The strength within you is invincible because it is not something that can be taken away. It is eternal. Every challenge you face, every setback you encounter, only serves to reinforce this power. And when others try to break you, they find themselves met with unyielding resistance. You are not just powerful, you are unstoppable. This power is the key to your resilience. It keeps you grounded when the world tries to pull you apart. It gives you the strength to move forward no matter what. And no matter how much others try to break you, you remain unbroken. You stand tall because you know that the power within you is the most powerful force in the world. How often do you tap into this inner power, knowing it will always keep you standing, no matter the external forces? In 2 Corinthians 4:8-9, Paul writes, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed but not in despair, persecuted but not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed." Paul's words echo the invincible strength of the Chosen One. Despite facing tremendous trials, Paul remained unbroken because his power was rooted in his relationship with God. Just as Paul endured, you too, chosen one, find strength in knowing that your foundation cannot be destroyed, no matter the trials you face. How do you remind yourself of your unshakable foundation when challenges seem insurmountable? Chosen one, staying unshaken is a choice, and you have made that choice. The world is full of people who will try to influence you, sway you, or change your course to serve their own interests. But you, the chosen one, stand firm, unshaken in your resolve. You know that your path is your own, and no one else has the right to dictate it. You reject the influence of others, not out of arrogance, but out of a deep respect for your own power and autonomy. The key to staying unshaken is knowing who you are. When you understand your worth, your purpose, and your direction, no one can move you off course. You walk with confidence and clarity, knowing that you are in control of your own destiny. How do you stand firm in your own truth when others try to pull you off your path? Consider the example of Oprah Winfrey, who faced constant adversity, yet remained steadfast in her vision for her life. Despite facing rejection early in her career, Oprah held firm to her belief in her purpose. She famously said, "The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams." Oprah's refusal to allow others to dictate her path exemplifies the strength of the chosen one, remaining unshaken in the face of external challenges and staying true to her vision. How can you draw inspiration from Oprah's journey to remain unshaken on your own path? Rejection of influence is not about isolation, it is about empowerment. The chosen one is not afraid to stand alone because they understand that standing true to themselves is the only way to find real fulfillment. By rejecting the influence of others, you reclaim your personal power. You no longer allow external forces to dictate your choices. You walk confidently in your own truth, knowing that nothing and no one can sway you from your path. In the quiet moments of standing alone, you find your greatest strength. How does it feel to stand confidently in your own truth, unaffected by the opinions of others? Betrayal often comes when you least expect it, but the chosen one has learned that it doesn't define them. Instead, it becomes an opportunity to reclaim control. When others betray you, they might think they've taken something from you, your trust, your energy, your sense of safety. But the chosen one knows this is a false assumption. Betrayal cannot break you because you are in control of your own energy, life, and destiny. Reclaiming control means taking back what was rightfully yours, your power. When betrayal comes, the chosen one doesn't let it dictate their future. Instead, they use the experience as fuel to rise higher, grow stronger, and reclaim their sense of self. Betrayal may sting, but it also invites you to rise above and redefine what is possible. How have you reclaimed your power after betrayal, turning it into an opportunity for growth? In Psalm 18:29, David declares, "With your help I can advance against a troop. With my God I can scale a wall." David's unwavering trust in God empowered him to rise above betrayal and opposition. Much like the chosen one uses betrayal as a springboard to greater strength. When you reclaim control over your life, you find yourself more powerful than ever before. Betrayal becomes a lesson in resilience, and through it, you rise higher than those who tried to break you. How do you allow yourself to rise after betrayal, using it to build your future and protect your inner power? In the end, betrayal is just another step in your journey. It is not a setback, but a tool for growth. The chosen one knows that no matter how much others try to break them, they will always rise higher, empowered by the lessons learned along the way. In doing so, they leave behind those who tried to break them and walk forward with greater strength and purpose. How will you continue to use life's challenges to empower yourself and step into the fullness of your divine purpose? Chosen one. Chosen one, within you lies a warrior waiting to be unleashed. Too often people go through life unaware of the immense power that resides within them. But the chosen one knows the truth. The strength needed to face any challenge is already inside you. It's simply a matter of tapping into it. Life's battles, whether internal or external, do not break you. They fuel you to overcome, to persevere, and to rise again. This strength is innate, an unshakable part of who you are. It cannot be taken away or destroyed. When times get tough, it's easy to doubt yourself. But true warriors don't back down when faced with adversity. They step up, summon their inner courage, and charge forward. How do you tap into this power within when the world feels overwhelming, chosen one? The chosen one has learned to trust in their inner power, recognizing that each struggle is an opportunity for growth. With every battle fought, your inner warrior becomes stronger, more resilient, and more unshakable. You're no longer afraid of the fight because you know that your strength is unlimited. The warrior inside is not a metaphor. It's a tangible force that emerges when you need it most. It's the voice that tells you to keep going when everything else tells you to stop. It's the unwavering belief that you can and will succeed, no matter how daunting the task. You have unlocked the power of your inner warrior, and it drives you to move forward, even when the world seems against you. How does your inner warrior rise in moments of fear or doubt, urging you to push past your limitations? Consider the example of Malala Yousafzai, who, despite facing life-threatening adversity, refused to be silenced. After surviving an assassination attempt by the Taliban, Malala emerged even stronger, advocating for girls' education around the world. In her own words, she said, "I am Malala. I am not a lone voice, I am many." Her inner warrior, fueled by a deep sense of purpose and a belief in her mission, gave her the strength to continue her fight despite the odds. How does Malala's story inspire you to tap into your inner strength, chosen one, when facing challenges? This warrior within is not about fighting others, it's about conquering yourself, your doubts, your fears, and your limitations. By unleashing your inner warrior, you step into a realm of limitless potential. You become unstoppable, not because you are immune to challenges, but because you refuse to be defeated by them. With every challenge you face, you rise above, stronger than before, knowing that no obstacle is too great for the power within you. This power does not diminish. It only grows stronger as you face adversity. In a world full of noise and distraction, maintaining focus is one of the greatest challenges. But the chosen one understands the art of unbreakable focus. True success, they know, is built on the ability to stay locked in on your vision, your purpose, and your goals. While others are sidetracked by the chaos around them, the chosen one remains centered. Their focus is a laser beam, cutting through the noise and guiding them straight to where they need to be. It's not just about paying attention, it's about tuning out everything that doesn't serve your mission. How do you stay focused on your purpose, chosen one, when distractions pull at your attention? To achieve unbreakable focus, you must learn to protect your energy. The chosen one does not allow distractions to siphon away their time and attention. They are selective about where they place their energy, understanding that every moment spent on distractions is a moment lost. They've developed the discipline to say no to things that don't align with their goals and to stay committed to their path, regardless of what's happening around them. This reminds me of the words in Proverbs 4:25-27. Let your eyes look straight ahead, fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or the left. Keep your foot from evil. The chosen one knows that with clear vision, distractions become irrelevant. How do you, chosen one, keep your gaze fixed on your goals, even when distractions try to divert your attention? Focus is not a passive force. It requires active effort. It demands consistency, discipline, and a constant reminder of why you're doing what you're doing. The chosen one's unwavering focus has been cultivated through years of practice and self-awareness. Through this focus, they've achieved extraordinary feats, overcoming obstacles with ease. You too can unlock the power of unbreakable focus and use it to carve your own path to success. The key to unbreakable focus is clarity. When you know what you want and where you're going, everything else falls away. You no longer get caught up in drama or confusion. You remain anchored in your purpose, and your focus becomes a powerful force that propels you forward. As you embrace the clarity of your purpose, nothing can stop you. How will you cultivate this clarity, chosen one, so that your focus becomes a force that drives you toward your destiny? Beloved chosen one, life is not always smooth sailing. In fact, the most powerful lessons often come from the storms we endure. The chosen one understands that adversity isn't something to fear, it is something to embrace. It is in the midst of the storm that we discover our true strength, resilience, and capacity to adapt. The winds may howl, the rain may pour, but the chosen one stands firm, unshaken by the chaos around them. They know that every storm is a chance to grow, evolve, and become more than they were before. Adversity tests you. It challenges your limits and forces you to dig deeper than you thought possible. But it also brings out the best in you. Through every battle fought, the chosen one has learned that the strength gained through struggle is the very strength that will carry them forward. The storm may be fierce, but it is also temporary. What remains after the storm has passed is a stronger, more powerful version of yourself. You, the chosen one, know that resilience is not about avoiding the storm. It's about learning to dance in the rain. You have faced challenges that could have crushed lesser people, but you emerged victorious because you refused to let the storm define you. Instead of shrinking away, you leaned into the discomfort, trusting that it would pass and that you would emerge stronger on the other side. Embracing the storm transforms hardship into a source of power. Every challenge faced adds a layer to your strength, making you more unbreakable with each experience. I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude for your time and attention today. Whether you've chosen to donate or not, your presence and engagement are deeply appreciated. If you feel called to support this work further, you can contribute through Super Thanks, and I want to say a special thank you in advance, no matter what. Your support, both big and small, helps this message reach more chosen ones like you. As we part today, I want to bless you with strength, resilience, and peace. May you continue to rise above the storms, embracing your inner warrior with unwavering focus. Your journey is unique and powerful, and I know you are destined for greatness. Keep trusting in yourself. Keep moving forward with courage, and remember that the power to shape your destiny is within you. May you be blessed with unshakable peace and unwavering confidence on your path ahead.